Welcome to The Loop. Today we're going to take you through our brand new epic feature, Task Automations. Welcome to The Loop, everybody. This year we are delivering a huge number of highly requested features from our user community. So last month we rolled out customizable dashboards. This month we've got task automation. So if you can't see already, we're very excited to take you through today.
Yes.
We've got Delaney joining me today, so no Christina. Christina will be back next month.
Thanks for having me, Peter. I've got big shoes to fill without Christina today.
Definitely. So Delaney is also a product manager here at Property Me, and you've overseen the whole task automation.
Yes,
feature.
I'm very excited to do this feature today. It's going to be a good one.
We've also got a little challenge a little bit later on to see who the ultimate task manager is at Property Me. And
It's me.
we'll see. So stick around to check it out. Let's jump in and have a look at task automation. Looks good.
Very exciting. What can you do in a single click? Oh,
I've only spoken to a handful of officers about this over the last couple of weeks, and they are so excited to see how
Yeah.
this works. So
there's been a lot of hype about this one for sure. So shall we jump in? You want to have a look?
yes, let's go.
Awesome. So this feature is available to our standard and premium subscribers. It's all based around tasks and task templates and checklists. So I'm going to start on the task page here and we'll hop in and start building some automations. So the first thing we've added, a lot of people have been wanting this for a long time. You can now clone task templates.
Yes.
Yay. Yeah, I know. Such a good one. So to get started with automation, I'm going to make a copy of one of my templates, just the new tenancy one. You just select it and hit clone, and that's added a copy right to the top here, and you can hop in and just rename it.
So you can do that per team member if each team member has a different way of.
Yeah, you
managing
can
a
do it
task.
however you want, and this can also just be a great way to start trying out automation and, make a copy that has it, make a copy that doesn't have it, and see how you go. So I've set this up here. You can see I've got my checklist on the side, and now if you hit your little 3 dots, we've got this add action button, and this is going to bring up all of the automations that are available. So what you can do with task automation, you can send message templates, you can create new tasks, you can assign the task to someone else, as well as updating the status and updating the priority. So I'll just go through and add these actions to a few checklist items. So we've got notifying our successful tenants of approval. This one is going to be a message template that I'm going to send out. And the best thing now, you can also stack these in a single checklist item. So you can have as many automations within a checklist as you want, and you can have multiple within a single checklist item. So I want this status to get set to pending until I hear back from the tenant, so I'll add that in there. And you can also create tasks. So I want to have the option to do the pet application as a separate task. So I can choose the create task action, and then I can select from my pet application template. So you can really customize as many different tasks and workflows as you need.
So as soon as you check that box off, it creates a task for you.
Yeah, totally. Once I've got this all set up, I'll hop in and show how it runs. I'll just quickly add a few more. So obviously the last thing you want to do at the end of the task is you want to complete it, goes without saying. And maybe at a certain point, when we're doing the entry inspection, I want to assign this to the property manager and we can set the priority to high. And down when we're doing the financials, I want to assign this to a specific person. So Peter does all the financials here. We can just assign that to him. So it's super quick, super easy to start planning how you want your workflow to be.
Yeah.
And the best thing about this is it takes out all the guesswork. It tells you exactly what template needs to be sent when, who it needs to be handed over to. So for team leads, this is going to be game changing. You're not having to worry anymore about people sending the wrong thing. It's all preset, which is awesome.
If there's new staff members that don't know which templates to select or at what point to send them, or you have a temp, or who knows what the scenario could be.
Yeah.
This is just, it's all preset. So I'm assuming you go through that checklist, set up all the automations. It's sort of set and forget. You do that once and then you go and attach it to the task.
Exactly. Yeah, 100%. So I'll hop in now. I'll show you how you actually trigger off the automations. So I'll go ahead and add a task from that template that I've just set up. Choose my property, and I'm just going to assign this to me to begin with. And so when you save and open this, you're going to see all of those have come through straight away. So they do autosave on that page. I forgot to mention that, but we've brought over the much loved autosave. We know everyone loves it. So all of those auto-saved and they've been brought across here. And as you're working through your checklist, all it takes is that single click of a button and you'll see the little spinner starts going off, and now, bam, it's updated the status and it's prepared my things that I want to print for the tenant welcome pack. Just with that single click of a button, no going back to the property, no selecting the message template, no clicking anything except the checkbox, which you have to click anyway.
And it's unlimited, yeah? You can have as many
you could send a
automations as
message
part.
on every single checklist item if you wanted. There's no limit to that, which is really cool.
How have the betas been using it? More or less?
Yeah, it's been a mix, but like some people have set up every possible template. Like you've got your vacating, your new tenancy, new business, break lease. Like a lot of what you're doing is just sending messages back and forth. So what we've seen is the send message has been the most popular by far.
Yeah.
So you can really apply it to a lot of things.
Yeah, cool.
Cool, I'll show you as well. So when I go and create this task automation, this becomes a hyperlink and that is going to open the task that it's just created. So I can jump in and start working through this straight away as well.
Linked.
Yeah, it's all linked together. Everything's super seamless. And the other little thing we've added here is if this starts to get a little bit clumped up in the side, we've now got this hide completed button on the checklist, which is just going to disappear that away and keep your workspace nice and clean.
Love that.
Yes.
That's a highly requested one, yeah?
It was, yeah. It's so simple. And one last point, if you are not sure where to get started, we do now have some system templates available in Task. This is something people have been wanting for a really long time. So there are 3 templates that will be shipped out with this new feature, just 3 of our most common templates, and they will include some basic automations. And what we recommend is that you just clone this, or from the task templates list, you can select all of these and clone all 3 if you really just want to get stuck into task template automation straight away.
So straight out of the box, you can start using task automations from tomorrow. You don't even have to go in and set anything up. You can just use one of our default
you can
templates.
just take a copy of those and you're ready to go. So easy to get started.
I like that you've still got control over when things are actually sent. So you can check that box and all the automations will run. But if you've got your messages set to go to the outbox, it's up to you when you want to go in there and actually send them out to your clients. So.
Exactly. It's all just based off however you've set up your message templates. So you still have total control over what's being sent when, which is really important.
Yeah, cool.
Cool.
I think I saw in the video as well the mobile apps.
Yes. Yeah, this is fully connected with the mobile app. So I'll hop over. I've got my phone ready to go here. And you can see on here the task that I've just created has popped into the app. So the way that this is different, we've just got these little indicators on the right hand side that you can see here just to show whether there's an automation involved, just so that you're aware as you're ticking things off on the go, oh yeah, this is going to send off my emails or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And so you'll be able to see here if I tick this one off and then I go back into that task, Oh, I've got my items hidden, but you can see that that checklist item has completed. It's now been assigned to Christina and it's at high priority now. So that's what I'd set up for that checklist item, and it totally syncs with what's in the app. So anyone back in the office is able to see that you've been progressing and that those things have been triggered while you're outside of the office.
So if you're at an open home and no one's turned up,
Yeah.
get your phone out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, get your phone out and just check things off. It's that easy.
Cool. Well, that's Task Automations, everyone. If you have any questions, feedback, tell us, do you love it? Do you really love it? Pop them in the comments down below. I think, Delaney, you're going to stick around for a little bit longer.
Yeah, I'm super excited to answer any questions you guys have, so make sure you send them through.
Cool. Whilst we're waiting for those questions to come through, we've also done some calculations on the amount of time saved. So we did a little test, a little competition, both with Task Automations off and with Task Automations on. So it got a little bit hectic and competitive here on Thursday.
Yeah, we got a little bit competitive, I think.
Last week. So whilst we're waiting for those questions to come through, let's have a look and see who the Taskmaster is here at Property Me.
You were so fast, Peter.
Thank you. Oh, did you win? I think you won.
Yeah.
Oh,
I actually found it so surprising how long it took to do the task without automation, though.
yeah, you think, oh yeah, it's just a couple of clicks, but it adds up.
It adds up so much. Like, look how long it actually took us to do the same thing that we were doing in like 4 clicks with automation. It's crazy.
Yes. Although I think I have an advantage with the mouse.
Yeah, you were definitely cheating. This is what I was going to say. It's not a fair fight.
So I think we saved like 2 to 3 minutes on a single template checklist.
Yeah, absolutely. It was like a matter of seconds to click the automated buttons versus like having to find everything, do it all manually. Yeah.
So when you multiply that by the amount of checklist items that you have plus the amount of properties in one day, this is one of the best time-saving features that we've pushed out.
Yeah, you're saving minutes from every task.
Yeah. We've had some questions come through. Kat Benison has said, this looks amazing. Yes. Such a valuable update thanks to the Property Me team. Thanks, Kat. We've had a question come through from Bryce. Can you link owners and tenants or properties to a task which was created before the owner and tenant profiles were?
So as long as you have the property created, you can create the task and relate it to that property. And we have a couple of months ago added the ability to change the owner and the tenant on the task. So you absolutely can do that as long as the property is set up, create the task, and then you can modify the owner and tenant as they get added to the system.
Yes, that feature was very well received.
Yeah, that was highly requested, that one as well.
That out. So that's all the questions that we've had so far. Keep them coming through. Also, tomorrow we've got going out, so about a month ago we pushed out our customizable dashboard. I can't believe it's been out for a month.
Yeah.
So we've had 1 in 3 users actually jump in and start customizing their dashboard. I think it's up to almost 7,000 different variations of the dashboard that we've got out there. So over the last month, we've started making some enhancements based on the feedback that we've received from you guys. So now we have a show or hide function for the additional detail. So this is a highly requested feature. You're on your dashboard, you can choose to hide or show that extra bit of information. So I suppose there's 2 types of people. For some people, they might feel a little bit overloaded. They just want to see those main hero numbers in the graph. Otherwise, if you're like me, I love the detail. So I'd have that show at all times. So that's the enhancements that we've done to the customizable dashboard. And Delaney, I think you've got something else going out with...
Yes, speaking of feedback, ever since we made those changes to the task layout a few months ago, we've been getting loads of feedback coming through. And so we have been taking note of that, and now we have updated the layout again so that all of your property and related contacts are in the top left, where everyone can see them super easily. We've also just kind of tidied up and made the layout a little bit more compact so it feels less busy and a lot more streamlined. So thank you to everyone who's been sending that feedback through, and we'll be continuing to refine stuff from here.
Sounds good. I think we've had a question come through from Sam saying, so clarifying, are the automations happening as of tomorrow, or how can I do it now?
Yes, so this will be released as of tomorrow. Right now it's all still manual, but from tomorrow morning, first thing, you'll be able to hop in and start setting up your automations. It's very exciting. Everyone wants it right now.
And I think Bell Property in Randwick has also asked when will this be rolled out. So make sure tomorrow when you jump in, you'll see that green release banner along the top. Have a look and see everything that we've included in the release and start using your automations from tomorrow.
Yes, and make sure you update the mobile apps as well so that you can see all the automation stuff in there from tomorrow morning too.
Yeah. But wait, there's more. So also tomorrow we'll be releasing our new open banking bank feeds. So that's previously been in beta for a couple of months. The reception, the feedback has been amazing. People are loving how this is working. So if you're an Australian user and you're not using bank feeds as of yet, it's definitely the time to come across.
What's actually the difference, Peter, with open banking versus old bank feeds?
So open banking is a new type of technology. It's actually come from a government initiative and it's all about security. So basically, you're going to have more reliable and secure bank feeds, so all your bank transactions coming into your portfolio on a daily basis. So most banks are moving to this method if they haven't already done so as of now. So previous bank feeds will eventually become obsolete and we'll all be using open banking.
Yeah, and that's what you want, better security.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as I mentioned, most of the big banks have already got this available, and the smaller banks, it's a little bit of a slower rollout, but they're catching up. In saying that, there is a startup guide in our knowledge base, so it's got all these tips and tricks and how it all works. So make sure you jump in, have a look before you go ahead and update to open banking.
Yeah. I did see we've got another question coming in from Zach. He says, will there be the option to have a task template trigger from an action such as entering the move out date? Love this question. My answer is not yet, but stay tuned because we might have some future updates coming that are along this line. So
termination dates, move out dates, rent increases being put in. There's a lot of automations we can do.
Yeah, this is just the beginning for automation. We have big plans, so watch this space. There's more to come.
Cool. Any more questions?
Looks like that's it for now.
That looks like
Might get some more coming through.
Thank you so much for joining me today. Is this your second time?
I think it's the third, maybe.
Third.
Yeah. I'm a series regular at this point, Peter.
Oh. What did you come on for before?
Lease renewals, and the last tasks update as well, tasks on mobile. Yeah, a few things. It's always tasks.
So just a little recap, as always, we've got training available for the new release. So for the next 3 weeks on Thursdays at 3 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time, Scott will be taking you through everything that's included in this new release. So I think this is probably one to watch if you want to learn how to get all those automations set up and working correctly. Be sure to come along and have a look. Yeah. It's also end of financial year, not for Australia yet, but end of financial year for our friends in New Zealand. So at the end of this month, they'll be running their end of financial year. We've also got a trading session run by Scott later in the month. So if it's your first time or maybe you just want a little bit of a refresher, jump in and have a look. And apart from that, update the mobile apps, the Agent mobile app for Android and iOS. The new versions will be in the store from tomorrow, so jump in and download them and you'll be able to start using task automations on the go.
Very exciting.
Cool. Well, thanks so much for joining us today. Thank you, Delaney.
Yeah, thanks for having me, and keep the questions and feedback coming through.
Yes, I think we're now all caught up and in the loop. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks.